What's up, everyone? It's your girl, Gelbeauty-QM here, aka Grace, and it's time for another Why You Don't Need, because brands keep playing with me. No, but in today's Why You Don't Need, we're going to talk about the Nomad Cosmetics Fairytale Europe palette. So I know I talked to a couple of you all. I actually did a live literally right before I got here to do this, to have you all help me pick out what palette I was going to use. So you all decided, I gave you two options, so I'll pop them up right here. We did the Beauty Moon Cosmetics Cosmology palette, and then we did the Retro Love from Beauty Bay, and you all helped me decide which one I was going to use. So we decided to go with the Beauty Moon Cosmetics Cosmology palette, so that's what we'll be using today in today's video. So if you like videos like this, if you like a good eyeshadow video for sure, this is definitely a place for you. I do these Why You Don't Needs pretty regularly, because palettes come out pretty regularly that, you know, you don't really need because you have some of the color stories already. If you like that sort of thing, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. I also do a lot of complexion videos. I'm currently wearing one of the complexion videos I recently did. I'm on a drugstore kick right now. So this is the Maybelline Face Lifter foundation stick. I also did one on the Maybelline Semi Matte foundation they recently came out with, and I did the L'Oreal Glow Tint for the girls who like the makeup no makeup look. So make sure you go and check those out if that's your sort of thing. Then of course I love a good fragrance. I have the Snif fragrances on the way in PR. Shout out to Snif for sending them to me. Thank you so much. So I will have one of their body mist and the Hotcakes perfume coming soon. I also did videos on Fleur, and I've done videos on Brown Girl Jane's Casino, of course, because I love Brown Girl Jane. So if you like that sort of content, this is definitely a place for you. Finally, if you like a good fashion video, honey. I do fashion shorts at least twice a week. I actually started a fashion channel. It's called Fashion with Gelbeauty-87. It should be linked down below along with my membership for those of you who are interested. I do long form fashion content as well on this channel, but all the fashion will start going over there at the end of May. So if you like my fashion content, make sure you subscribe over there so you don't miss out on any of it. Without further ado, let's get into this video. So again, I'm gonna have the mock-ups pop up here. So Cosmic Beauty is what I went with, but initially I had only thought of the Retro Love from Beauty Bay. I thought it was the one that I was going to be best for what we went through, but upon further looking to my collection, I was like, that Beauty Moon palette that Stephanie, again, thank you Stephanie, shout out to her, sent over to me, gave me more of the vibes of what I wanted to go through. So this is what she looks like. Absolutely love the color story of this. I think it definitely gives some of the vibes of that. Don't be confused or misled by the background of this palette. It does have lots of similar colors into the Nomad Fairytale Europe palette that you saw over here. So what I'm gonna do is now, I'm zooming in real quick and cute like, I'm gonna go off camera. I'm gonna swatch the shades on the back of my hand that match the Nomad palette. Then I'll go ahead and do one eye off camera. I'll come back and do an eye with you, and then we'll talk about my thoughts on how I think the look turned out and the formula of Beauty Moon Cosmetics if you did not see my video on this palette alone. So I'll be right back. Okay, girl? Okay, y'all, so on further inspection of the picture of the Nomad palette, I decided to end up going with the Retro Love like I originally thought, because when you look at it closely in the pictures, because I had looked at like just initial pictures, I didn't zoom in on anything at the time, but when you zoom in on it, you can clearly see that a lot of those colorful shades are shimmers and are not mattes. I thought they were initially mattes, and that's why I thought we could use the Beauty Moon Cosmos palette, but upon further inspection, actually looking closely, I saw a lot of them were shimmers and they only had like basically neutral mattes. So of course the Retro Love has lots of neutral mattes. So I ended up taking this shade here, this pink shade, and this shade here, and that's what we put on the eye right here. So that's what you see going on my eye right now. I'm gonna put on mascara and black eyeliner off camera obviously, but that's what we're working with for right now. And these are the shades I took out of the palette. So the shades I just named minus the blue or what I chose. I was initially trying to decide if I wanted to do the blue in the inner corner, but I just decided to go with this whitish silvery shade because there is a white shade in the palette, and I feel like I do a lot of blue, so I wanted to take it a step simple, do a simple soft pink pretty brown eyes type look. So that's what we're doing. So the shade is Pretty Brown Eyes, that's on the outer V and in the crease, and then I use the shade Love Me Do. Love Train is the inner corner silvery shade, and the Be My Baby is the shade that's on the lid. But yeah, when I initially bought the Retro Love palette, I wasn't sure how I was gonna feel about the color story of it. I was kind of just like, I don't know. It's interesting, if you will. So I didn't think it would be useful later on. I was actually thinking about decluttering. I'm so glad I didn't, because it's definitely become extremely useful at this point in time. So I'm gonna take my Sigma E40 Max, and go into the shade Love Me Do. You can use code Gelbeauty at Sigma to get a discount on your purchase. But yeah, like I really did not expect all of those shades to be like shimmers. It just looks like, honestly, an extension of their Province palette. Because if you all remember, they had like the pinkish reddish shades in there, and then they had like the yellow, and then they had the purple. So to me, it just seems like it's an extension of that, which probably makes sense as to why they discontinued it. Because you notice certain palettes they discontinue, and I always wonder why. At first I was like, well, maybe it's because, you know, they don't it doesn't sell as well. Because I know when it comes to Blend Bunny, like when it doesn't sell that well, Maggie would just like, you know, discontinue the palette and go on with her day. Well, with the, what is it, the Pretty Grunge palette, they had to discontinue it because another brand was claiming like the copyright of Pretty Grunge. But my whole thing is like, there's no way that you could have thought, I'm gonna take Brown Eyed Girl, that it was okay to, and it's like, I feel like, and I said before when it came to that brand coming after Maggie, I feel like they pick and choose what they want to come out with. Because remember, Huda came up with Pretty Grunge, and I bet you they didn't dare say anything to her about having Pretty Grunge, and she stole the trademark of grunge and all that. They pick and choose who they want to pick on, and that's what I didn't like about that whole situation. And I'm glad she didn't reveal who the brand was, because it's like, I feel like some people who feel the way I do, I mean, I personally would not do this myself, but I feel like some people would have ran after them and left a whole bunch of negative comments on their branding and all that, because it's like, I find it mighty convenient that you went out of your way to harass Maggie when it came to that whole situation of the branding and the palette. But it's like when it came to just generally talking about Pretty Grunge in general, I bet you did not dare come after Huda Beauty, because I bet you she had a legal team after your behind, and she would have owned it, and there would have been no more Pretty Grunge for you. So it's like, I really didn't like the fact that they came after her with her, and I'm sorry, I don't think it was Pretty and Grunge, it was Sugar and Grunge. They came after her for grunge, but I bet you they did not even look Huda Beauty's way. I bet you they didn't. So I really, really disliked that, and I dislike stuff like that. I think I heard, I'm gonna go ahead and cut the crease now with some glitter glue. I think I heard that Glam Light had the same thing happen to them, like the glam core people that make the glam lights. Mine went out, which is why like the lighting isn't as good as it normally is. They haven't restocked the cord that I need for my glam core light in order to make it work. I looked on Amazon to find a replacement, but all the replacement ones I found did not work. I ordered a couple of them and like plugged them up to the light to get it to work again, and they still did not work. So I'm hoping it gets back in stock. If it doesn't, like, maybe I'll just buy a simple ring light until I get another glam core light or whatever. I don't know. But anyway, I heard that they tried to sue Glam Light for, like, you know, their name being Glam Light and theirs being Glam Core, and trying to take all their like property or whatever. But like, I heard like the owner fought with them about it, had lawyers and what all that, and then they finally left her alone. But it's like, if they think you're smaller than they are, they'll try to like take advantage of you, and I hate when stuff like that happen, especially if like you don't have the proper trademarks and stuff. It's like, if you have the proper trademarks and stuff, then the people should or whatever. But it's like, on some words I feel like are just really common, and the fact that you're letting other people use them and not saying anything, I just think it's really tacky, speaks volumes about like you as a human being for harassing certain people for certain things. We're gonna take the shade Love Train down the inner corner. So I personally am still so sad for the owner of Blend Bunny, Maggie, for having to like deal with that whole situation and having to get rid of the palette. I think she said she'd bring it back in the future, though. She's just gonna change the name of it. So I'm like, hopefully she does, for the people who are interested and wanted the palette, because it's like, I didn't want anybody to miss out or feel sad and, you know, sorry about it. So hopefully you'll be able to get your hands on it in the future, or you caught it on somebody's Poshmark or Mercier at a reasonable price. Because another thing, I was talking to Dionluvsmakeup about this, like, you hate the people that charge like $1 million extra for stuff just because it's like limited edition or whatever. or that they bought it before you did. Like, I know some people think that's bad. I don't necessarily judge people who do it, but it's like I can understand for the people who genuinely wanted it and you just went and bought it just to be able to charge somebody double the price for something they really wanted. Like, they could have just went out and bought themselves had you not bought it, and you know, whatever. So anyway, this is the finished look. I think it's a nice, cute little soft Barbie moment. I feel like this is like a soft glam for the girls who like, you know, soft glam. I'm not usually big on soft glam, so it's not like exactly the vibe for me. I can appreciate it though, and I think I did a good job and it looks cute or whatever, but like, this is something when it's like I want to put some makeup on in a rush, I would put on. This isn't something I sit down, take my time with, and try to be like really precise and think I did like the damn thing at the end. This is just like I need to rush out the house and go. I know that these colors will look nice together type vibe for me. I like more intricate and detailed, colorful looks. If you're not new to my channel, then you know that. If you are, I'm telling you, like, if you come back thinking you're gonna get this all the time, you're not. I'm gonna be what Angie says, a colorful clown, or what is it, a glitter goblin, like Batty Bean says, but that's more of my vibe and aesthetic. But this is cute, you know, it's a moment. It goes with the vibes of the palette that we were trying to dupe out, and it has similar colors. So if you're interested, I don't know, I feel like they still sell this on their website. I do not know, do not quote me. Of course, they're going to be more affordable than Nomad, because Nomad is $59 and this palette was, it should be $22 now. Their palettes used to be like $20, but they went up by a couple of dollars. It's $22 now. The only thing is, because it's not in America, I don't know how much they're gonna be charging you in shipping, and you know, the prices has gone up on things because of the tariffs. So it's like, I'm not sure how much it'll be, but I still feel like it'll be cheaper than the $59 from Nomad here in America. So that's up to you to make your decision. I already owned it, so I want to show all the people who do own it that you have similar tones in this palette. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, you all are diamonds. Make sure you subscribe. My membership is down below if you're interested, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Be blessed, girl. Bye. The fun doesn't have to stop here. Let's be friends over on Instagram to check out the latest fashion, fragrance, and palette comparisons, along with glimpses into my everyday life. Make sure you head on over and follow me over on Instagram. I can't wait to see you over there. It's Gelbeauty87 on all my platforms, and have a great day.